And Keith Boxall of England attempting to snatch 155 kilos, a weight which he's just seen the Canadian Kg.avi successfully lift with his second snatch. So Boxall trying to equal what Kg.avi has already done. Still in the competition too is England's David Mercer, who has 2 more lifts to come. This the last for the 28-year-old electrician from Tooting. 10th in the Olympic Games in Los Angeles, and he's done it. Terrific lift, 155 kilos then for the electrician from London. And that keeps him shoulder to shoulder with Kg.avi of Canada, both now on 155. And that has equaled the Games record. Terrific lift. Well, that Games record is almost certain to go here because the bar has now been increased to 157.5. And that's the target for the favourite for the gold medal, England's David Mercer, the GPO engineer from Manchester, who took the bronze medal in this middle heavyweight division at the Olympic Games in Los Angeles. Holder of 2 Commonwealth records, attempting a new Games record of 157.5 kilos to put him into the lead in this middle heavyweight competition. Almost 25 stone on the bar. This is only half a kilo below his personal best. For gold medal place in the first half of the competition. Remember, the medals decided on a total of weights lifted in snatch and clean and jerk. Oh, and he couldn't do it. He had to let it go behind him. So Mercer has a failure, but that was only his second lift. He can try once more at that weight.
Canada, a new Games record, 157.5.
So this is for a Games record and also to give him the lead in the first half of this 90 kilogram middle heavyweight division. The lifters now increasing in weight all the time as the competition progresses here at the Playhouse. These men 14 stone or less. And 157.5 kilos on the bar is almost 25 stone. So, a bit of quick math, it's about 11 stone heavier than he is himself, and he's going to have to lift it from the floor above his head, arms extended in one continuous movement, but he can't do it. So Kg.avi has a failure at 157.5, as Mercer did, and now there's only one lift left in this first half of the middle heavyweight competition, and that's the third and final snatch then for David Mercer, who will attempt the same weight, having failed it once. Kg.avi fails, Mercer failed before him. Shouts of encouragement for David Mercer. It's as it was before, it's a Games record if he's successful, and will put him into the lead. At the moment, he's only in second place. In fact, he's only in third place because Boxall did 155. Kg.avi has done 155. And Mercer's best, as you could see there, was 152.5. So at this stage, the gold medal favourite, David Mercer, is only in bronze medal position. He needs this, his last lift. He's got to get it right this time to lead after the snatch and to set a Games record. Well, he needs lots of confidence now. No, he couldn't do it. That's a great disappointment for David Mercer. A failure. Or maybe he made a mistake in increasing the bar to 157.5. Maybe it'd have been better to go for 155. But that's what he opted for with his second lift. He had to stay there, and that's 2 failures at that. Means that England's David Mercer is only in bronze medal position after the snatch, behind his England teammate Keith Boxall and the Canadian Kg.avi, who both lifted 155. And that will mean that it's the Canadian Gravett who leads, having equalled the lift of Boxall, but Gravett's body weight is lighter, so halfway through the middle heavyweight division, Gravett is the leader, Boxall second, Mercer third. And this fascinating middle heavyweight competition has so captivated Her Majesty the Queen there and the Duke of Edinburgh that they've thrown their itinerary into total confusion and have opted to stay for the second half of the competition. Although initially we're only due to watch the snatch, they've stayed to watch the clean and jerk as well. And they are as interested as everyone to see this man, Mike Terarui of the Cook Islands, who really epitomises the true spirit of the Commonwealth Games, because he's certain to finish 8th and last of the competitors in this competition. But he's come all the way from the Cook Islands just to try and equal his personal bests. He did it in the snatch with 95 kilos. He's already done it in the clean and jerk with 120. And now with his third and final clean and jerk, seeking to lift 125. He can't do it. So a disappointment for Terarui, who lost his job to come all the way here to Edinburgh. And I'm sure Her Majesty the Queen is joining in the applause for this man, who when he returns to the Cook Islands hopes to get another job as a prison officer. But he really captures the spirit of this Commonwealth competition. Andre Collishaw, the Canadian coach, who is Polish-born and only recently has moved to Canada, sends out Guy Gravett for his third and final lift in the clean and jerk. And the situation now that with just 5 lifts left in this middle heavyweight competition, they are the lifts which will decide all 3 medals. Gravett, who led after the snatch, has been pushed back into bronze medal place by the 2 Englishmen, David Mercer and Keith Boxall. Gravett now attempting a games record total of 192.5 kilos. If successful, this will put him back into the lead in the competition. But both the Englishmen still have 2 lifts to come. He's got to get up. No, it's not there. It's a bronze medal then for Gravett. No games record. His competition is concluded. A total then of 340 kilos in the middle heavyweight for Guy Gravett. That confirms the bronze medal. And now the battle is left for gold and silver between the 2 Englishmen. And Keith Boxall to make his second attempt. 195 kilos on the bar, and this will be a games record if he lifts it, and will increase his lead in the competition. He's in gold medal place, 2.5 kilos already ahead of David Mercer, already successful with 190 kilos, and now to extend his lead in the competition. A 25-year-old electrician, winner of the America's Cup competition in Miami last year. Completes the clean, now drives it up, got to hold it steady. Yeah, a little bit of trembling in the arms, but he got the buzzer. It's a games record for Keith Boxall and increases his lead in gold medal place. Gravett, who's now gone into the audience to enjoy the rest of the competition as a spectator, celebrates his bronze medal.
Don't give him an inch.
He's psyching himself up and stalking out onto the stage, ready for war. The last lift then for Boxall, 200 kilos on the bar, 1 kilo less than the Commonwealth record, to increase his lead in the gold medal position. This for a competition total of 355 kilos. And now if he lifts this, it would mean that Mercer would have to come out with his final lift and go up even higher. He'd actually have to lift 205. And he's just failed, Mercer, at 200. If he gets this, it will force Mercer to take a heavier weight. Yes, and he looks so strong, this man. There's a buzz of expectation around the audience. Oh, well, It looked for a moment as though he had that. He completed the clean so impressively, and then just lost his control of the bar. So that failure means that he finishes the competition with 350 kilos on the board. There's just one lift left for David Mercer. He'll come out and try again at 200, having seen that failure by Boxall. And it was when he tried to change his grip, I think, on the bar there, that he seemed to lose it and lost confidence. Had to let it go. Now, is David Mercer going to steal the gold medal from Boxall? He's got to lift 200 kilos. If not, then Keith Boxall will take the gold medal and Mercer will have to settle for silver. British champion for the last 4 years and the British record holder and Commonwealth record holder in the clean and jerk. He has done 201. Now, is he mentally ready? The Olympic bronze medalist. No, it was never there. That's the end of the competition. The failure by Mercer means that he has to settle for silver medal, and he's been pipped for the gold by his England teammate Keith Boxall.
Yes, the all-English battle for gold and silver won there by Keith Boxall. David Mercer taking the silver and Kg.avi, says Harry Gratian reports.